Oh, here I am. Again, Commensals and Chocophiles. This is Elvia Jimenez. There you see my water. Yeah, well, I put it here so I'm not alone. Yeah, this is my water, Fontaine Blue. Commensals and Chocophiles. This is Elvia Jimenez from Peru. It's 7:15, almost 7:15. I just sent the link to Bob and Iris. Chocolatiers, chocolate makers from United Kingdom, from Solkiki brand. They are going to talk to me in some minutes. Yes. And maybe I can show them. I can show you their web while they are here. They've been in this business since 2007, I think. Yes. I'm going to show you their web. Okay. Which one it is? I think I have to close some. No, I have to close some. I have to, let me see. Give me some minutes. Okay, close this. Yeah, close this too. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can. If we can see their web. No, why not? Why not? Why not? Here it is. Yes, can you see it? Yes, there you can see it. So I'm going to show you. I suggest you can visit it. They must join us in some minutes. I'm online. I'm live. I'm live. Okay. Okay. So this is their web. Here you can see about them. Let me see. About. They have some nice pictures. It's here you can see their story. And there's some information about them. This is them. They started by chance. And as you see, they have won many awards, and I'm going to ask them many questions while they'll connect. Not yet. Yeah, here. Okay. As you can see here, well, this is all their products. Well, this is Advent collections from last year. They have dark, mild, white, dragé, special bar, drinks, and ingredients. This Taste the Future is special bars they made. I was checking some interviews they have had before, and this is not technically chocolate bars because they are made from cacao butter. They are made from around for more than 30 or 40% cacao butter and some other ingredients, right? This is why they cannot be called chocolate, but they are very, but they're very good, interesting brands. So we are going to talk about them. And what else can we check here? Well, here you can see some interesting interviews they have give before. Can they join us? Yes. Taste the Future. Okay. Can they connect? Can you join? Taste the Future. Yeah, see. This is the bars. They are made from around more than 40% cacao butter. Yes, and some other ingredients. And I think I'm going to ask them if they are. It's a nice text. I think they are. The text is inspired on the 27 and 3 movie. What is the name of the movie? I haven't seen it. Okay, here you can see also well about we check blog friends. There you can see some nice interviews and reference about them. We are there. Okay. Why I cannot see them? Oh, sorry.
Well, you can see us. I was just typing you a message.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I'm trying different devices, but we've got you now.
Oh, so I'm so sorry. I'm just concentrate talking and talking.
That's okay. I always talk to myself as well. Don't feel bad.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to meet you as well, Elvia.
Yeah, I'm going to just give me a minute. Okay.
There's just two of us in the whole business, and the website is very big, and some parts are very out of date. I haven't seen the friends page for years, for example. So it's funny to see you looking there right now.
No, but I mean, I was checking at them, but no, I mean, some of them are still updated, and some of the information is still available. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And well, and yes, I mean, you've been in the business for a long time, and well, thank you first for accepting. And we are a bit late. I woke up a little late. I was scared. I mean, it's 7:20 here.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a little bit earlier then. Right.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
you appear very well rested.
Yes. I see you've worked with Marañón Cacao, right?
We do, yes.
Yes, and you've been in cacao fields before.
We have, but not Marañón.
Oh, where have you been?
What do you mean for visiting places?
Yes. In which
Oh.
cacao plantations have you
Oh,
been?
no,
in the cacao
no, I've
season?
been to Peru, but that was a very long time ago. That's 25 years ago. I've been to Ica because that's where you're from, isn't it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When?
Oh, 25 years ago. So a very long time ago. But
Oh,
it was before the chocolate. So and unfortunately, I didn't visit anyone there. But last year we went to Belize, which was really fun, and we visited lots of different people there.
8 plantations.
Yeah, quite
in
a lot.
Belize.
It was, yeah.
for the plantations, you went together to Belize.
To
Belize,
Belize.
yes, we did.
Ah,
We
yeah.
saw
This is
all kinds of agroforestry and deliberate orchards and sort of wild orchards, if you can call it. If you can call that, we saw a great range in how people grow and produce their cacao in Belize. It's an absolutely wonderful country to explore for chocolate lovers.
That's great. Belize was the first time you visit a cacao plantation.
That was last year. This year we were in Tenerife in Spain, looking for the first European cacao. But it's very early days there, and humidity is an issue, and the conditions are very, very possibly on the edge for cacao. But they're growing so little, they're growing so few beans that they now find fermentation is a big problem in Tenerife because they have such a small volume of cacao. They can't ferment it properly. But it's very early days, and it was exciting to learn a little bit more of the work they're doing there to bring cacao to Europe, which that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen historically.
I haven't heard much of that. Since when they are trying to cultivate cacao then?
Only a few years.
Yeah.
It's very, 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 very beginning of the process. Perhaps even only 1 year or 2 years since they announced it. Since it's been announced, it's very early times, and I think with time it will be possible and luck and a lot of different cacao varieties. I think one will thrive.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to have something growing in Europe, but yeah, now it's very far away. I think from it being a real option. I think.
I know. As you know, I am in Peru, and here, I mean, we have many typical. We have many products from here, like we call it palta, avocado, that we have always eat, and I think now it's being cultivated there, right?
Avocado.
Avocado.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
There's loads, isn't
I
there?
think now avocado it's being cultivated in Italy.
It is.
I seen.
Yeah, the world is always changing, I
Yeah.
guess.
I don't know because here we have always have well for a long time. I'm not really sure, but we have always have avocado here. It's typical for us. But now I think they are cultivating now in Sicilia. I think.
Ah.
I wonder how the flavor will be. I certainly prefer avocados from South and Central America. Absolutely. It's by far better than what we have to suffer in the United Kingdom. It's not the same fruit. It's the same name, but it's not the same fruit as the fresh delights you have.
Yeah, but it's true because we import all those things, and when it comes here, I think they pick them well before they're ripe, and so it doesn't really ripen. Fruits, tropical fruits, and things like avocado, they don't really ripen. They just sort of slowly go off, and you can really tell on the flavor. Like before they get really nice, like with avocado, you need to wait until they're really nice, right? And then they just start to go brown. And then it's really difficult to get really proper tasting things here. I mean, we have our own fruits and apples and pears and things like that, of course, and plums. And but now anything like I think pineapple, I think is notoriously bad here. I feel because they pick them well before they're ripe, and they move them quick enough. But they also just go off before you can eat them, and they never really get really nice mangoes, all of those tropical fruits. Yeah, I do love that about the warmer countries, and I think we really miss that those tropical flavors. And of course, cacao is one of them with all the tropical flavors in there. Now, I wish we could buy these here and grow it here. It would be lovely.
Okay. Well, Bob and Iris, I was checking some information about you both, and again about in your web. You start with your story with you, Bob, at 3 years old, and Iris, 6 years old. You both started very small with your adventures with chocolate. After so long and all your adventures, how do you still get motivated working in this industry?
Well, for me, it's just I just really like eating chocolate, right? I just really it's very simple, and I do like creating yes the really nice flavors and nice flavor combinations. So I think that's really what motivates me. We make chocolate that we like ourselves. We don't have it tested by, well, people get to taste the chocolate, of course, but we always use ourselves as a guideline. And I think if you can't use your own flavor notes, your own your own taste buds, I'll be lost, I think, with the chocolate. So we use our own opinions, our own ideas on the chocolate. Yeah, and it's just nice to eat. And I'm often thinking, oh, what would be nice? What would be exciting? What would I really like to try myself? I like making all sorts of things.
You even dream of chocolate recipes.
Sometimes. Yeah. No, I love food. Anything to do with food.
It's it's absolutely fascinating product to work with.
Yeah,
and it's entirely selfish. It's about the flavor for us to enjoy, and if we enjoy, we share what we can on our website. But there's also a much bigger mission involved than just our own personal enjoyment. It's bringing introducing more people in Britain and around the world to find chocolate, to express and remind people of the importance of supporting fine chocolate, fine cacao, and the people who grow these amazing trees in the delicate environments. It's a very big and perhaps noble mission to bring this superb food, flavorful food to people. But this provides some motivation to bring equality to some of the most remotest corners of the world, and supporting people doing very difficult work, which is growing cacao and also chocolate making.
Okay.
So there's a big mission, and there's very selfish motivation as well. It's just delicious.
Okay. Bob, you went to Bournemouth University. You're British.
I am.
You got a bachelor degree in law?
In law, and I moved into applied psychology and computing. I'm not a natural lawyer, let's say. I'm an unnatural lawyer. And I found more happiness with applied psychology and computing, really looking at the findings from the world of psychology and using psychological tenets to design software.
And Iris, what is your previous experience before Solkiki?
Well, I did all sorts of things. I also went to university, studied clinical psychology because I wanted to be a clinical psychologist. And I worked in it a bit, but I found it very intense doing that. and I've done other jobs as well. I did like it as well, but it was just too intense. And then I had children, and we moved internationally a few times as well. So it was hard to get into. And like I always have my focus on food, and I always thought I want to do more with food. And I like making food. I don't necessarily need to eat it, although I like to enjoy it a little bit. But I always really like to make it for other people and to enjoy and to share. So this is how I started making chocolate, because it all went back as a vegan, and I wanted to make vegan food. I also wasn't sure if I was able to find a career in vegan food, because it's a bit of a smaller niche.
For how long have you been vegan?
About 30 years.
It's
Yeah.
for what? Any particular reason?
Why? Oh, I just didn't think that animals or animal products should be used. I have no need for them. I don't think there's a reason for them, and I don't particularly like them either. I just don't see a point in using it. I'm really against any form of exploitation and of humans. I used to work also for Amnesty International, and I feel very passionate about that. But I feel the same way about animals, and I don't like animals being exploited in any way either, especially not because you don't need. There's no need for it. I usually don't talk about this part at all because people don't ask me about it. And
Yeah.
I know it's a bit confrontational.
I ask you because there is different reasons. I am a yogi. I do yoga, and
Mhm.
some people. I mean, when they start with yoga, they do it for spiritual reasons.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
has
Yeah.
different reasons. This is why I'm asking you, because I have also a particular interest. But I know some people don't like to talk about that. Yes, yes.
Yeah. No, it's just because it's confrontational. I have no problem to talk about it at all, but I know it puts people off sometimes. But
Yes,
the short answer would be ethical reasons. Sometimes I just say that just
yes.
to
It's
avoid the confrontation.
confrontational. Yes, I know
Yeah,
it's a difficult subject, but I'm
yeah, yeah.
interested in that.
Because we don't really shout about it ever vegan either. But having said that, I do feel like because I used to grow up eating all these products, right, meat and dairy and eggs and cheese and whatnot. But I do also feel that milk is not the nicest ingredient in chocolate because it covers your palate a bit. It's a little bit slime forming in your palate. So I think it obscures, because I'm all about the flavor and the enjoyment of a food that you're having and the textures and everything. And I feel like if you add dairy, because obviously they put it in milk chocolate and in white chocolate, it does something to your palate, and not in a good way. So I really embraced the challenge. Well, we both really embraced the challenge to make chocolate without dairy, and we're still always thinking about, oh, how can we, what can we add to the chocolate to get these nice creamy notes, if you want a creamy note, or well, how do you how can we make this chocolate nice? Now, for dark chocolate, this, of course, is very easy, but well, it's not easy either because it has its own issues with roasts and whatnot. But for the milk and the white chocolate, now adding, we always think about, how can we really make the cacao shine? What ingredient can we use with it, or how do we balance the recipe? So we were always working on that. And does it have a nice mouthfeel? And can you taste all the ingredients? Because sometimes you add an ingredient and there's a real bad thing to chocolate, I think. And sometimes it just it lifts it, and which is also anyway. There's always things that we're looking into with the chocolate. We do lots of experiments always.
And that's another really motivating factor.
Yeah, for sure.
Delicious fun for us to discover something superb. It's very important for us to introduce people to fine chocolate and to pay the right people. The big mission is important, but it's also this sense of challenge that you have with something that's complicated. There's no more complicated food or drink than fine cacao or fine chocolate, and the challenge that it presents us. We've not reached the end yet. There's so much more to explore and discover with fine cacao and fine ingredients, except animal milks. We'll consider a lot. And that sense of challenge and exploration it really adds to the fun and flavor.
Yes, and you are both a chocolate taster, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Certified at the Institute of Cacao and Chocolate Tasting.
yes. And how do you see this training help you with your everyday work?
Oh, it was really good. It was actually surprisingly good because I did think that I knew a lot of things already, but it really added. It was a fantastic decision to do it, I think, to undertake the training. I very much, after many years, I think we both very much developed our own way of tasting. But I think the limitations were where you communicate with each other. Maybe not us, but us and everybody else about chocolate.
Yeah.
Because with the international, with the tasting, I can talk to you easier about particular flavors, and it feels like it's more vegetal or something like that. You will know where to place it, and I think for that it was super helpful. But also, it really challenged me in my tastings. We over the years we decided on many different types of tasting, ways of tasting.
Protocol.
Yeah, different protocols. We did all kinds of different things, and I made charts, I made circle charts, I made all kinds of things.
All
I was
kinds of
trying
techniques.
to find ways to make it really easy to communicate. And then obviously when we did the chocolate tasting, you have the whole structure, and I thought this is actually really good, really good, and it allowed me to taste differently as well. Because sometimes I can, like with the tastings, right? You can get stuck in a particular corner maybe of a fruit or something, and then I'm over focused on fruit. What fruit is it? This fruit? Is it that fruit? And then the chocolate is melted and it's gone away, and I haven't looked at anything else because I'm so obsessed with the fruit or with whatever flavor. So it's nice that I can. Oh yeah, what about these sorts of flavors, or what about? I'm more focused on faults, I think, as well. I think I'm better at noticing faults in the cacao.
Yeah,
As
the International Institute of Cacao and Chocolate Tasting, IICCT, offers this certified training, and it's wonderful training. Everyone needs to do it. There's other programs that want to do the same sort of thing, but they don't compete. Really.
Yeah,
They don't compare. The
by far the best, I
IICCT
think.
is by far the best.
Yeah, I think so too.
And we need a standard language, a standard way to talk about chocolate. By all means, have your own personal protocols of tasting, but
And what about your tasting? What I mean, what is your general idea when you make a tasting? What is your goal?
Like you mean when we're tasting other people's chocolate or our own
No,
chocolate?
your own chocolate. When you're going to make a tasting, what is your general goals?
to make a tasting flight
Well,
or to assess a chocolate.
No, I think more to assess a chocolate, I guess. What we do a lot in our tastings is that we are trying to develop good flavors. If you have a new cacao, we will be trying a few different roasts, and I'll make it into a 70, or sometimes a little bit different, but usually around 70. And we make a bunch, and then we try them. Or we usually I try them all along after I've just made it. And then after a week, they'll always find the first week is very difficult for fresh chocolate. But after a week, the flavors settle. And then we try it again. I write down every stage because we want the chocolate to be nice basically immediately, but especially after a week, and especially then after a month and after a few months, because flavors, they do develop. And we need something that's nice the whole time. So we try different roasts and we put them all together. And we try them and we look at what we like, what we don't like, and if we need to adjust the roast or do things a little bit differently, or
different roasters can treat the cacao in different ways. A drum roast or convection. We have 6 different melanges at the moment. They all process cacao in varying different ways and speeds, and that will affect the volatile profile quite a lot. If it's 24 hours or 72 hours, can alter the profile significantly. So we try a range of different things. We're looking for ways to add value to the Solkiki range of chocolate. We have 60 bars on offer at the moment, and they're all unique. They don't compete with each other. They're very different We're also looking for ways to showcase the farm or the estate, or something interesting that the UK market or the international fine chocolate market would enjoy. Something for us, there's no real interest in offering a chocolate that tastes similar to somebody else's chocolate. It's not interesting. So we're always looking for a new experience, and we've made, don't know, 7,000 or 8,000 batches by now, and there's always new experience to be found, and we continue until we're confident that we've found something that we really like, and something that does tick those boxes of being unique and interesting to other people who maybe have also tasted an awful lot of chocolate. Maybe this one could be interesting for them as well, if it's interesting for us.
I see you have done a lot of tasting with people, right? I mean, I guess you have a lot of fun doing your tasting with people. What do you remember? Which has been the most, memorable or fun experiences you have tasting with people?
They're all really
They're
fun.
all really
Yeah,
fun. They're all really fun.
It's really hard to choose.
I couldn't say better or worse. I think the in-person, remote is all the rage at the moment. Remote tastings. We can send bars anywhere in the world, and we can arrange a time to convene in a month's time. We could all sit down and taste it. They're fun.
But are you still doing tasting with groups of people? Do you have? Yes.
Yes, just a few weeks ago we had the some of the certified tasters from the IICCT in England come and visit our town, and we tasted 15 or 16 chocolates. We only had a couple of hours spare but we did what we could in the time, and they're always such good fun. They're always, an in-person tasting is magical. There's something special about people getting together and eating lots of good chocolate that really works.
And where did you make this tasting?
We brought, was it 11 chocolates?
15 or 16 in
or
the end.
Was
in
it
the end,
more
yeah,
in the
we
end?
broke open.
Yeah, we had quite a lot of chocolates. Yeah, lots of them, lots of darks, of course, because you got to bring obviously lots of darks in for this tasting. Yeah, and a couple of inclusions. If you ask me which ones, we do over 60 bars in total. I think, I don't know how many, but we have a lot of bars.
In which place?
What do you mean? In which place?
In which place? I mean, you met with people in which place?
Yes. Oh, what's nearby here? It's just in a hotel here nearby.
Oh, we had a hotel in Sherborne.
Yeah.
The tasters were visiting Sherborne, and they're staying in a hotel.
Yeah.
And so, because it was a group of, I think it was over 10 people, so we thought it'd be nice to use the hotel's space and bring the chocolate to them. And we started with a very famous plum ferment, which took a gold medal for Britain last year, a fermented fruit dark, and we moved into an unroasted and a roasted comparison with our Maragnons. We tried a 70% unroasted, a sun-dried Maragnon. Some makers call a light roast unroasted. At the moment, this seems to be a trend, but we don't roast it at all. So it's sun-dried, and then we grind it. Sun-dried Maragnon at 70% and a roasted Maragnon at 68%. And these certified professional tasters they couldn't believe that it was the same cacao. How a roast could make such a difference. So that was really good fun. And we've done that hundreds of times at live events all over the kingdom. And people always say the same thing about half the people like the sun-dried, about half the people prefer the roasted. Most people love them both, but there's a real equal preference there. But it's always fun to compare, because it's not often you have that opportunity to have a roasted and an unroasted cacao at very similar percentages next to each other. Typically, the cacao it's not suitable for unroasted or sun-dried treatment, but Maragnon was. So that was really fun. And we moved to a couple of other single estates just to show off, the natural variety and fine cacao, which is what we're all about, beans and sugar. And then we move into a little bit more fun, into the dark milks, and we look at softening the cacao, still bringing the flavor, but a little bit more cream, and start playing with inclusions. We showed off a stroopwafel, a caramel waffle inclusion, which was fun. Moving into the whites, where you can see the difference between a Madagascar vanilla or a Tahitian vanilla on an otherwise identical recipe. Just these little specks of floral spice make such a difference to the profile. And we ended up with a pineapple caramel cookie white chocolate, which sounds like it should be dessert, and it came at the end of the tasting, where we'd seen a good idea of what we work at, from around the 70% mark down to the 42% whites. We had some alcohol inclusions. We had a smoked chocolate in there.
Oh, you remember that so well.
Yeah, well, it's what I do.
I forget. We did do so many, and I just forget. It's like you don't remember if you lock the door, you know. I'm like, okay, yeah.
But we won the World Innovation.
And what about pairings? Do you usually do pairings or not so often?
And not with alcohol or with things like that, if that's what you mean. No, it's just our chocolate, and to compare the chocolates and to show off what roasting does to a profile, what different percentages do, what different cacao varieties do, things like that.
We're very chocolate focused.
Yeah, very, very heavy on the chocolate for sure. We do pairings, but inside the chocolate. Like we have different whiskey chocolates, for instance, and we've done different alcohols, all kinds of things different. And we have different smoked chocolates. So, but it's chocolate and chocolate, like different smoked fruits, like fruit woods or olive wood, or things like that. We compare them with the chocolate. Yeah.
Okay.
So in order to do our coffee pairings, for example, we sit down with the coffee, we make the coffee, we drink coffee, we eat chocolate, and we decide what would work together in the bar, and then we make that bar, and that's our pairing, is inside the chocolate, like that. Others will have a glass of wine with a certain bean, or a cup of tea with a certain bar. That's great fun, but we don't do that professionally. That's just privately for fun.
Sure.
Our Solkiki tasting is all about the chocolate.
And when I was checking the web, this what I said, this flavor 2073, it's about the movie or no?
I don't know what the movie is.
No,
it's just a year we picked in the future, when we'd both be about 100 years old. That was all.
It's a bit okay. We're being a little bit silly with this one, with the chocolate. We thought it would be funny if we would combine chocolate with writing. We love sci-fi, and if we would combine it with a sci-fi story on the inside. So there's three bars, isn't it? In the 20s.
6 now. Yeah.
Oh, is it 6 now? Well, but we have a story on the inside, so you can then follow it, and then you can read the different parts on the inside of what would happen. And we thought it'd be really fun way to talk about the future, and just to have a little bit of fun with it.
Yes.
And also,
I could see that. I could understand that.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was very curious, and I was saying, what do they mean? What do they mean? And I just Googled that, and I found a movie, and I said, I never saw that movie.
No movie.
Maybe they mean that movie.
It's also because we make chocolate, but without a dairy ingredient in there, and we thought maybe the future of chocolate is without dairy. We were thinking, so this is sort of where it came from. So the bars in there, they have something in there that could have been dairy, but it isn't. So there's no dark chocolates in there. So we're trying to think of alternatives to dairy that are different, but that are interesting. So that would then be the chocolate of the future.
Imagine a world 50 years in the future where milk is illegal. It's a black market product, and water is scarce, and you can't rely on water-intensive ingredients. What can you rely on? Well, maybe almonds grown in the right place of the world, and oats and buckwheat and pumpkin seeds, cashew, maybe alternatives, easily available, resource light alternative ingredients. This is what the chocolate of the future might be.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
yes, and so we make out this was a thought experiment that we continued.
Yes, and this is very necessary and realistic, because with the weather crisis, I mean, with all the problems we have in the world, with all food, we don't really know what is going to happen. So I think it's necessary we all do that in all products, in all food, right?
That was the inspiration for thinking about it and making the little stories on the inside. And to show that there's different ways of making chocolate, because we also want to show people, to come back to the dairy conversation earlier, that you can have really, really nice chocolate, milk chocolates, white chocolates, but it's not a necessity. It's a short tradition in our history to have dairy paired with chocolate, and obviously we are in the UK. There's also milk chocolate here. It's only a very short tradition, and we wanted to say, like, you do not need to have chocolate with dairy. You can have it in with other ingredients. You can have it with nuts.
The original European recipes reserved for the elite, for the monarchy, for the royalty, they were plant-based. It was orange blossom and almond, and Marie Antoinette's favorite. Orange blossom and almond.
And here also with the Mayas, I mean, we drink it with ginger or honey or other things. What is the chili, ají?
Ají, cinnamon, achiote. There's millennia, there's thousands of years of documented and sort of provable evidence of people using plants.
No, and I also know the cat. I seen you say that in other interviews, that, I mean, in your package you don't put vegan because you don't want to scare people, because there is still people that say, no, I'm not vegan, I don't want to buy this, or it's confrontational. But now we are saying it's even for environmental reasons, right? It's for even to being responsible with the world. This is why I also care about this sin. But
ultimately, it's good to remember that the milk was introduced to chocolate by the McDonald's of chocolate, right? By Nestle.
Yeah.
For reasons of profit.
Yes.
It made his chocolate very much cheaper.
And now
it diluted the flavor. It softened the horrible chocolate he was making. So it made it more accessible to people. This is the only reason milk is in chocolate, is to make it cheap and to hide the flaws. And for some reason, people think it's the only inclusion that's allowed. It's not true.
Yes, and what we still have here in my country, and I think in South America, is that here we are not still conscious that meat or milk or these kind of products are not really friendly with the environment. I mean, we still eat them a lot, and we are not conscious about that. We don't really know that it's not good for the environment, that they consume a lot of water and etc, right? And so it's good that we know we have another alternatives.
Yeah, we love to explore it, and what we especially love is the challenge of making something that we feel is even nicer without the milk.
He's just a cheap fella, and he's got no place in fine chocolate. He don't belong. in anyone's fine chocolate. Certainly not Solkiki. It's
Yeah.
just cheap.
I've never heard any one of our customers say, "I like your chocolate, but I really miss the dairy."
Not once.
No. The people don't say
Thousands of live tastings
Yeah.
with people, and not once have I heard. I wish it was more milk. I miss that dairy.
Never. No, we like to surprise people with our flavors, and we like to dazzle them, and that they really like it and get really excited about chocolate. And that's, start feeling passionate about it. It's so nice when we do tastings, and sometimes you really open people's eyes, not just to the varieties of cacao, but also the flavors. And sometimes it's because we don't use any dairy at all, and they just don't expect it. So they're all really fun aspects of the chocolate tastings.
Mhm.
Really are.
Yeah, they
They
are.
really are. It's so much fun to introduce people to real chocolate. Our tongues are very sophisticated. By far, the most sophisticated sense organ we've got is our tongue. And despite a lifetime of inferior food, people will still respond to quality when they taste it.
Yeah, I think
it's amazing. It's such a quick way to tell the message. You just taste this. People understand instantly.
Yeah, a lot of people really understand it when you give them good food, whatever it is, but with the chocolate, of course, as well. They really get it, I find. And they do know, not everybody, but a lot of people do know good food when they're given it. And then they go, now you ruined chocolate for me. Now I can't buy any chocolate in the supermarket anymore. That we hear sometimes, which is very funny. And
Yes.
Good.
Well,
buy good chocolate. You might buy your goods. You deserve better.
Life is short. Yeah. You really don't need to feed yourself like the worst possible options.
Yes. Oh well, we are running in time. You mentioned and you've been in Belize, right?
Last year, yeah.
In the cacao plantations. I just wanted to ask you a little bit more about this experience. How many days you were there? How was it?
Oh, we were there for a while.
Almost 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's difficult traveling with children because we need to sort of plan their times around it.
No, but it was okay. Did you get a bit bored at the end, though?
It's tricky because there's 3 flights to get from the UK to Belize. It's still the edge of the earth. It's sort of 36 hours to get there, and it's a wonderful country. It's absolutely marvelous country. You have the islands, which are very Madonna sings about the islands where you can
San Pedro,
dive. Yes, in Pedro, where you can snorkel and scuba and you can dive. You have the Mayan heartland down south, which we just fell in love with. The hills and the rainforest start as you go down south. It's a completely different country to the highlands in the north and the more Hispanic, Mexican sort of people up there. It's a completely different vibe and atmosphere to the actual Mayan people down south. And of course, you have the coastal communities as well, from Griega down to Hopkins. So there's kind of 4 countries in one, and absolutely remarkable. If you have an interest in cacao, it's just an amazing place to go because there's variety. There's so much variety going on. It's one of those rare countries which doesn't have industrial cacao. Every tree that's been found and assessed is a fine cacao. That doesn't happen in every country.
Now, when we visited, we came just after the forest fires, and that was a little bit sad because there was so much that burned down, and there were some people who lost their entire everything to the fires and their trees and everything. Some people
years of work,
crossbreeding. Yeah, there was some heirloom trees as well, and they just all burned down. So it was a lot of tragedy as well when we were visiting, and you could see it just driving around that recently everything had burned down, or not everything, but lots of areas were just completely destroyed.
The government couldn't provide effective help.
In which year? Sorry,
that's last year,
2024.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but not everybody was hit with it. But the people that were hit quite hard. Yeah. So you see a lot, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a bit sad. Yeah.
But the people and the food they eat and the chocolate they make, absolutely superb.
Okay. I'm looking for some pictures I want to show you before we finish. I'm looking for them. Here it is.
We've been buying from the Maya Cacao Growers Association for 12 years, so it was fun to actually go and say hello in person.
Oh, really?
Yes, that was really good. We've seen them before in London, but it was fun to see them at home.
Sure. Okay.
But it's really difficult to go because we need to. Bean to bar process can take 5 days to start, but it can take 5 days to start. Like a big train or a battleship, it takes time to stop and start. So if you go away for a week, your workshop is basically shut for 3 weeks, and so it's difficult to find time to actually get away. But I'm really glad we did.
Oh, for sure.
Just today, I've listed the Eladio pop bars on the website. We got the cacao from Eladio last summer, and finally had space in the pipeline to bring out a 70% and an 80%, and the 70 is really interesting with tamarind up front, sweet citrus. There's hints of hazelnut as it matures.
Got to try it. I don't know.
There's no added fat. 70-0. So it's full-bodied, slow melting. I say medium intensity, and a molasses finish that just doesn't quit. It lingers. It's really really nice cacao from Eladio. He runs his own agroforestry farm, little cacao school. He has some YouTube videos you can check out. But he's inspirational and a bit of a legend in his local parts. Just one of the happy encounters we had.
Right. Here's something.
All right, that looks delicious. Looks fresh.
I'll have some of that.
Yeah. Got our spoons, man. What is this? A name off fruit? We don't hear you at the moment, Elvia. I don't know if you're speaking.
Oh, can you listen now?
Yes.
Now we can hear.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was telling that you use this. This is a dessert you use as an inspiration of one of your bars.
Looks like a Cranigan.
Cranigan, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is it from?
It's actually a Scottish dessert. It is a cream and raspberries and oats, possibly with alcohol. If you want to put a bit of whiskey or something in there, you can. And we thought it'd be really fun to make a white chocolate that tasted like this dessert, because wow, you know, they're all nice ingredients, and obviously to make a vegan version of it.
Okay. Let me see if I can go to the next. No. I cannot go to the next. No.
It's okay.
No.
That's right.
Let me see. I have to do it one by one. Okay. How can I do it? Okay. And 1 minute. Just here, 1 minute. This is in Belize.
Yeah, that was last year, that one, yeah.
Actilha. This is
Yeah,
Actilha.
that's right.
Estate. Actilha. It's sort of a hill, waterfall on a hill. It translates from Mayan as a waterfall on a hill, and it's very correctly named. It's very steep. I've got a walking stick. It's so steep, and we were very honoured to have a personal tour with the farming family, who took us up whilst the children stayed with their children at the foot of the hill. They escaped the forest fires that had harmed a lot of the country. It's the hill, it's the waterfall, it's the nature of their unique little biome. They escaped, and it was a joy to see healthy cacao.
I can. There is one more here. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the lady that runs the plantation.
How tall are you, Iris?
7 feet.
No. I know. The thing is, yeah, I know I'm not. I don't know how to say. I'm not like. I'm normal for Dutch standards. Dutch people are the tallest, or one of the tallest in the world. I know, but we are the same height. But,
Yeah, we are the same height.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I'm shorter nowadays. 176, 177. I don't know, something like that.
I'm 160.
160. Oh, you're only this much shorter then, like this. You see?
How tall are you?
It's the same.
We're both about just under 6 foot.
Sorry?
Just under 6 foot, about 1.7, 175, something like that. But the Mayans are notoriously dinky. It's just a thing. It's
Like
just a
me,
thing.
they must be 160.
But that's not that short, I don't think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a funny photo, I suppose.
Okay. It's a 10. Thank you very much for your time. I hope we can have you here in Peru, and I hope we can talk anytime soon.
Yeah, that would be lovely. I'll be lovely to meet you one day. And no, it's definitely coming for us at some point a trip to Peru because we have to go. It's been so long since I've been to Peru, and it's about time. I think. Yeah, I
It's
would love to.
the cradle of fine cacao, Peru.
Yeah,
We're very
for sure.
jealous,
Yeah.
very envious of your history, your cacao history in Peru. We work with 5 Peruvian origins, and we've assessed hundreds of different cacaos. But Peru's special cacao, and special people. It's hard to know where to go first. I think we'd have to go north and south and do it all.
Yeah. I wouldn't know either. When I traveled there, I went from Lima to all the way down and around and up again into Iquitos.
I would like to visit Marañón Canyon
But I
and
would
just see what's going
It'd be
on there.
nice to see because it's been so long as well, and I need to be. I need a refresher. I need to be
Iris,
reminded.
you came here. You say 20 years ago.
25, I think it was.
25.
Yes.
Single.
Well, yes. Well, my brother, he lived in Peru at the time, and he travels a lot. I traveled with my brother. He's married to a Peruvian lady, and we all been and with a friend as well, and we all traveled around, and had a really nice road trip. So this is how I went to Ica as well, but I can't remember. What the only thing I remember is this absolutely beautiful beaches. It was just before Nazca, I think, isn't it? I have to look it up on the map, I think. But it was so beautiful, and it was so peaceful and tranquil, and it was a very, very special place for me sitting there. We went to the sea. We had a hotel quite near the ocean. It wasn't, and the place where we stopped was just a hotel and a couple of houses and nothing much else. But it was so beautiful, and I just couldn't believe it. Just sitting there and looking at everything in the colors. It was so nice. Yeah, and I've got very good memories of that.
Yeah. Here we have. I mean, in Ica, it's known for the Nazca lines. They are in the middle of the desert. That is 3 hours from my town. But in my town, there is the Marine Paracas National Reserve. This is what people usually visit, the islands.
Yes. Oh, that's the Paracas. Yeah. How do you say Paracas? Yeah. No, that was it. That was it. I remember now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was so beautiful. It was so nice.
Yes. You have to take a boat for the islands. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we didn't do that at the time, but because we were traveling through, we were going to Nazca at the time because we wanted to see the Nazca lines and have a look around there. Because I was still there for a long time, but you got your schedule, so you need to hurry up a little bit sometimes. But it was a place I would have liked to spend a bit more time if I could. So maybe next time.
Well, I hope you can come. You have to visit Marañón, in Jaén, Cajamarca, Piura, in Piura. I don't know, maybe Cusco too. I don't know. You work with three, 4 Peruvian cacao, so you have to be here 1 month.
A Nativo, a Paulo, a Chirique, a Marañón, a Chuncho.
Yes.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much for your time. I hope we can talk some other time. I will close the transmission and try to save all these things. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much as well. All right,
bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, thank you very much to Bob and Iris. I think I will try to show you their Instagram. Well, their web again, maybe? No, I already show you. No, the pictures, yes. We can close with their pics. So I didn't close them. Yes. I remember the interview I made with El Viejo Chocolatero. I just could put them all in that And that, I will try to make the fast way. There have to be a faster way. Okay, let me see if we can do this in once, okay? Have to be a way. I did it with... Let me try, okay? If no, I just close it. We can do the breathing. I'm starving. The little cat is here. Okay. Okay. Okay, now. But I cannot do it. No, I have to find a way. Okay, I have to have breakfast. Thank you very much to Bob and Iris, and for you. Please remember to comment, share, follow them in their social media. Their web is solkiki.co.uk, and I'm going to check whether they're Instagram and also the TikTok. They are in TikTok with the same name, okay? Solkiki. Okay, yes. So Solkiki chocolate maker with the same name. Solkiki chocolate maker. Yes, same name in TikTok and Instagram. And I am as Pascana Gourmet, same name in both TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you very much. See you.